The Mr. Excel podcast is sponsored by Easy Excel. Learning Excel from Mr. Excel podcast episode 1956. Power Query changes everything. Hey, welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Gill. Well, today is a very special day. September 30th, 2015 is the 30th anniversary of Excel. Happy birthday to Excel and to all of the 750 million people who rely on Excel every day to make our jobs easier. This illustration here by Walter Moore. Walter did a lot of the illustrations in my Mr. Excel book. And so as I thought about today, what is most important to talk about today, and I want to talk about one of the best things I've seen to hit Excel in the last 20 years, and that is Power Query. Now, if you have Excel 2010 or Excel 2013, you can use Power Query. Just go download it from Microsoft. And Excel 2016, it's right there on the Data tab in the Get and Load or Load and Transform or whatever crazy name. They get rid of Power Query, the name in Excel 2016, and just build it all into the Data tab. So let me set up today's problem. I have here a folder of CSV files. These CSV files are dumped in here by the IT department. They are ugly CSV files. Why are they ugly? Well, here in column A, someone decided it was a great idea to put customer/region right in that column. How horrible is that? Totals are hard-coded instead of being formulas, and there is a run date at the bottom of every formula. And I have to clean this data, not just from this file, but from every single file. Oh, and check it out. Windows, of course, puts a file in here that's not a CSV file. Oh, and save my grocery list in this folder. How stupid was that? All right, so hey, this is real life, right? We have this folder, other stuff gets saved into the folder, more stuff gets dumped in here every time. Power Query is going to let us solve this problem. I'm going to copy that copy that folder name, and we'll come back here to Excel. I'll create a brand new worksheet. And Power Query, I'm going to say that I'm going to get the data from a file, from a folder. I'll paste the folder path in there, Control V, and click OK. All right, now just this step right here is really cool. I now have an Excel grid that I can close and load to the Excel grid that has a list of all of the files in this folder. Think about it. You're working on next year's budget, and you have a file from every single department you need to check off to make sure that they're all done. You can use this trick. But here, let's clean the data a little bit. First off, let's get rid of the things that are not CSV files. So XLS and .db gets rid of my grocery list and the thumbs.db. This next step is absolutely amazing. I have to tell you, I've used Power Query for 6 months before I ever realized that this step is there. I learned this step. I was looking at a pre-release copy of M is for Data Monkey by Ken Poles and Miguel Escobar. This little symbol up here, I never realized I could double-click this symbol. When I double-click this symbol, Excel is going to go out and load the rows from every one of these CSV files into a single grid here. That is absolutely amazing. So here is the first CSV file, and then here the headings start over again. Second CSV file, third CSV file. Amazing, amazing tool. Now, as I look at this, anytime I have the word total here, I want to get rid of that. Anytime I have the word run date or the customer region heading, I will get rid of that. So in Power Query, I can teach Power Query that we always want to get rid of any rows that say customer region, any rows that say run date, any rows that say total. Click OK, and it will delete those rows. Now, what about tomorrow? What if I have new customers? It didn't say keep this list of customers. It said delete those specific items. All right, customer region all in one column like this. I'm going to choose that column. I'm going to go to transform. Actually, I can do it right here on the home tab, split column by delimiter. Let's talk about data text to columns. You say, well, wait a second. This is Power Query is doing things I could do in regular Excel. That's absolutely true. It is doing things that you can do in regular Excel. But here is the beautiful thing. Power Query does it better. Have you ever had first name, last name in column A, and you need to split it out into two columns? Works great, right? Bob Smith, Bob in column A, Smith in column B. But then you have Jim Jones Jr., and the Jr. ends up in column C. Mary Ellen Walton. Walton ends up in column C. Billy Joe Jim Bob Smith takes up data in columns A through F. Well, this is beautiful right here. If there was a Nobel Prize for Excel features, this would be the one that I would nominate. At the leftmost delimiter says, hey, we have this column. We're only going to split it into 2 columns. I don't care if there's 14 slashes in here. Do not fill up columns A through P or A through N. Just let it go to 2 columns. So click OK. All right, and bam, there we go. We have customer and region. I'm going to rename both of these columns. So this one becomes customer. And right-click, rename. This one becomes region. All right. If you've ever built a pivot table from data that goes like this, you know that months stretching across the report is absolutely horrible. We even have a grand total out here. I want to get rid of that grand total. So simple enough. I'm just going to remove that column. But the months, to get rid of months, to unpivot the months, well, you either use Mike Alexander's old trick with multiple consolidation ranges, or you just cut and paste and cut and paste and cut and paste 12 times to create 12 times as many rows so the months go down. Check this out. Power Query has a feature on Transform called Unpivot. I'm not going to unpivot. I'm going to say unpivot other columns, and it'll take that data that was going across and it'll make it go down. So we rename this to be month, and this one over here, this was our sales. I'll rename that column to be sales. All right, a couple things. I see that the sales are actually coming in as text. They're left justified. Well, that's easy to fix. Just come here and either say it's currency or a whole number. In my case, the sales are whole numbers, so I'm going to choose whole numbers. The months are text. Ugh, yuck. All right, here we go. Add column, a new custom column. I'm going to take that month name and I'm going to add in quotes equal space 1 comma 2015. It's 2015. I know that all this data is from 2015. Click OK. All right, so now watch this. I take that text month and that 1 comma 2015, and I'm going to merge those columns. Separator none. New column name is going to be called date. Click OK. All right, we have something that looks like a date, but it's still text. I choose that column, and under Transform, I'm going to change the type text to date. Bam! Check that out. At this point, I don't need this temporary column anymore, and I don't even need that column anymore. I'm going to choose both of those columns and say Remove Columns. All right, hey, look, I'm a data analyst. I worked for a long time as a data analyst. It is fun to do all of this stuff, right? You discover a new file one day and you go through all of the steps to clean the data. Look over here on the right-hand side. This is a list of all the steps. This is huge fun. I love this. There's nothing better than this on the first day I get to do it. But then I take this data, I create a report, and I hand that report to my manager, and then the horrible words come out. This is amazing. Do it again tomorrow. It was fun on day 1. It's sort of fun on day 2. On day 400, it's the worst drudgery ever. Here's the amazing thing about Power Query. Power Query remembers all of the steps. It's actually building a program behind the scenes, advanced editor. This is a language called M, the letter M, the 13th letter of the alphabet. Apparently A through L already taken. So here is the M code. You don't have to know the M code, although there are things you can do with the M code that make it even better. But the important part is Power Query saves the data and all of the steps. So close and load. My tip here is if you see data in gray, it's still working. It's when you see the data in green that you know it's safe and good to go. I'm going to save this file tomorrow. If I need to come back in, I just go to Data, I go to Refresh, and it will go back through all of those steps. Let me prove that to you. We'll go to Insert, Pivot Table. The data is there. I'm going to go to an existing worksheet right out here to the right-hand side so we can see it. Click OK. And I'll build a little report with regions down the left-hand side and sales. All right, so we're at $5.67 million. Simple enough. Tomorrow, there's more CSV files that come from the IT department. All right, so here's a bunch more CSV files. I'll take these, I'll drag them, I'll drop them in that folder, come back to Excel, open this file tomorrow. All I have to do, come to the Data tab, click Refresh All. That'll force Excel to go back out to the folder and pull in more data. We now have 780 rows loaded, and then on the pivot table, refresh, and we get the new total. This is the greatest thing I have ever seen. I cannot wait for M is for Data Monkey to come out. I've pre-ordered it at Amazon. There are all kinds of amazing tricks in Power Query. It was incredibly easy to start using Power Query, but then just all kinds of amazing things that I did not realize are there. Could we have cleaned this data using regular Excel? Absolutely, we could have cleaned the data using regular Excel. But then tomorrow, I have to do all of those steps again. Power Query remembers the steps. It is an amazing addition to Excel. They retroactively made it work in Excel 2010, Excel 2013. It's built in Excel 2016. What a great way to celebrate Excel's 30th anniversary. Go download Power Query today. All right, well, hey, I want to thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast. Mr. Excel.
MrExcel.com.